Hi everyone. So this is the final part then, as it turns out, of my campaign of Hellcat Tankers. I finished day 9 in pretty good condition, and again, surprisingly easy, and some nice dice rolls certainly helped. Following that battle, I rolled a 4, which meant I missed the following day 10 and day 11. Saw those days with no action. And then I've come into day 12, which is the final day of the battle. This is the battle you always have to play to win the game. However you get here, you always play day 12. The thing about this day is you cannot bail out at this point, and the objective is simple. You have to destroy all the German tanks and reveal the potential enemy markers. And there's some pretty nasty end of turn events in here as well, so there's quite a lot to deal with. I'm reasonably confident just because I've been so lucky. I'm hoping that'll just continue. But also slightly nervous that my team is not perhaps quite as experienced as I would have liked. I mean, they're all experienced to some degree, but I've only got 2 on full experience. But it's going to help. It's going to help. So we'll see how we go on. So I'm going to start then. There are 2 German tanks on the map straight away, which is. And one's a tiger and one's a panther, so it's not going to be easy, this one. I need to pick them off one by one before this thing gets revealed in any way. German reinforcements are also reasonably likely. I think there's a sort of 1 in 12 chance of those each turn, so I've got to get a move on here. I don't need anything else coming on. First go, I'm going to head up here somewhere, I think. There's a lot of blocking woodland. I'm going to head around here and just see what they do. See if I can get an angle on one of them at some point. So I'll keep my commander down for the time being, I think. Yeah, because there's no German air support at this point. It's been wiped out at this point in the war, more or less. So we'll roll for those. I don't need all these attacks and things, so I'll roll the 2 2s again. A couple more moves, that's good. So I'll move 4 times here, I think, if I need to. 1, 2, 3, turn, and 4. I'll turn in there. I'll pop some smoke out with one of those 3s, might as well. There's probably not much else I can do with the 3, is there? No, so I'll leave it at that. And I'll say, let's see what they do. So we'll go the tiger first. Reroll the 6. They've got. You can't fire, so he'll move, won't turn. You can't fire, so he'll move, and again won't turn. So he doesn't. He's not fake. He's facing a blank hex, of course. 4 means he'll move, and then he'll definitely turn whatever. So he'll turn towards the next hex edge that's vacant. That's 1, and then 5. He'll try to fire again. Can't, so he'll move and won't turn. So he's closed in very quickly, and that's tricky. I'm going to have to get away from that. See what the panther does. Okay, so in a similar vein, he's going to do a lot of moving. He can't fire, so he'll move, and he won't turn. He can't fire, so he'll move. Again, he won't turn because he's not facing a blocked hex. Can't fire, so he'll move, and again, can't fire, so he'll move. And that is blocked for him, so he would turn to this hex here. And what we don't want him to do is alert this guy. So if he gets 4 next turn, and it's his lowest dice, which is quite unlikely, admittedly, then we're in trouble, but that's probably not going to happen. Of course, he might move away anyway. Let's have a look. He's got a 2, which he can't do. He's got 5s and 6s, which he also can't do, so he's not going to move. End of turn event. I'll say there's some nasty ones in here. 9 is mines straight away. Fortunately, we're not on a road hex, so we're not going to suffer anything there. So we get away with that. Back to me. Take the smoke off. And then see how we get on. Commander up or down here. I'd like to come in here and take a passing shot at the tiger and then move away, but it's not going to be enough to get me. There's not going to be enough dice to get me safe. So I think I'm going to have to just come up here to the northeast of the map. Okay, again, my commander's down. I'm going to re-roll these 2 2s because I don't really need to be doing any firing. I just want lots of moves. I've got 5 potential move dice there. So I'm going to turn with the 4, move, 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 and then move and turn. If I move and turn, still worried about that tiger. I'm going to pop some smoke out. I've quite moved far enough. I could have hidden in here, but then he could come this way. I think that's probably the best bet. Some trees here, which gives me some protection, hopefully. All right, let's do the tiger. Reroll the 6. Okay. Okay, the 4s are not firing dice, so that's good. So the 2, he can't fire, so he'll move and not turn. He can't fire, so he'll move and again won't turn. He's facing an unblocked hex. The 4, then he will move and then he will turn until he gets to there, which is facing me. And then the 4 here, he will move and then he will turn. Because he's facing directly at me, we'll choose that randomly. So I'll do left, odds to left and evens to right is what I always do. He's rolled an even, so he'll actually turn right. So he'll actually turn right back round again and face that way, which is good for me. Good for me. Slightly unfortunate series of rolls for him. So he's come around here looking for me. Obviously he can't see me through the trees. There's a bit of smoke blocking me, so he's turned around to come back this way without realising that I'm parked up right behind him, which gives me a good chance to get some useful shots on him. This panther gets a 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to re-roll the 6, obviously. That's a 4, so he's going to go, he can't fire, so he'll move, and then he won't turn because it's accessible. He get a 4, so he'll move, then he will turn towards me to the next accessible hex. He gets a 4 again, so he will turn towards me, and then a 5 takes him towards me because he can't fire. That's slightly unfortunate. Did I do the 3? He got a 3 first, didn't he? So he was there, I think. So he moved, and then he moved with a 4 and turned, so he couldn't have alerted that. That's okay. Just checking. All right, and then this gets a... So 3s, it can go there, won't go again to the woods. 5 takes it down there, won't do that. It won't do 6 either, so it'll stay there. Hovering. End of turn event. Brace yourselves. It's a 5. Okay, we've got a Stug 3 is ambushing us. So a Stug 3 has appeared from somewhere, we don't know where. Maybe, right these buildings or just come off from or it might be off map somewhere, but it's ambushing us. If we're loaded, we can have a chance to destroy it. We are loaded, and I'm going to take that chance because they're a bit nasty. So I get 2d6. It would be 3 if my commander... Oh, hang on, 3d6 if my commander is line. Oh, I do get that because he is line. 4d6 if he's experienced. He's not. I get 3d6. Doesn't matter if he's up or down because this is just about firing the turret, of course. So we get 1 shot at him. So we're going to mark this as unloaded. And we need a 5 or 6 to destroy here, destroy the Stug. So there's no sort of rolling for damage or anything, it's just a 5 or 6 to hit. We get a 6, we've destroyed it, it goes away, which is good. That has caused us to become unloaded. Not to worry, we survived it, most important thing. So next turn, take the smoke off. We go with these 6 dice. We need firing. Hang on, before I look at them, do I want to put my commander up? I think I probably do, because I'm going to be firing at this tiger. So he goes up, and I've got, wow, a lot of firing dice. That's very unusual. So that's pretty good, actually. Although I'm also a bit nervous about this panther that's coming straight towards me. He's probably not going to get near enough to fire at me next turn, so I'm probably okay there. We just need to deal with this. Let's load it up and then fire. So he takes 6 dice add 1 for the commander being up, but we're going to lose 1 because we're firing through trees, and we're going to lose another 2 for the Tiger's rear armour. So just the 4 dice, still worth doing though. Oh, my luck on this campaign has been ridiculous. And I've got a triple hit from 4 dice. Triple strength hit on the Tiger, and that's going to be good night. It is. Good night, Mr. Tiger. That's another level up. That's double 5, which is unlucky because my assistant driver is already fully leveled, so I lose that. I'm going to load up with a 3. Yes, load up with a 3. Gosh, I could reverse and fire at him. I'm not going to be as lucky again, am I? He's in trees and his front armour's a bit crazy. So I only have 2 dice, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to destroy him, so that means he's going to get to fire back at me. Not going to do that. I feel pretty good where I am. I think I might use the 4 to turn. I'm going to use the 3 to pop some smoke out. And I'm going to use the 2 to go into ambush. Just in case the Panther decides to do anything daft. So let's see what it does do. It's got a couple of 1s there, which I'll re-roll. It's 2 and a okay. It's going to come right up to me, but probably not reach. So it wants to fire, and then it'll move. It'll only turn if it's blocked. Again, only turn if it's blocked. Can't fire. Only turn if it's blocked. The 6 means it's not going to. It's going to fire, but it can't do that. So we'll go hold down, and we are coming face to face and very close range with this guy. Let's see what this potential enemy over here does. He gets a 1, he'll do that, he'll do the 2, he'll do the 4, he won't do the 5. End of turn event, again. Brace. Oh, it's another Stug 3, that's a shame. Okay, so I'm going to get another chance to fire at this thing. Remember, 3 dice needs 5s or 6s. I've done that, but again it unloads the turret. Next turn, and I lose the ambush and the smoke. I get 6 dice. And I think my aim here is to move past this Panther and have a couple of shots at it. Really, I think I've got to do that. Just see whether I can do it. Yeah, I've got some variety here. I've got load fire, which is going to do that bit of it. I've got 4 dice that do allow me to move, so I could go 1, 2, and then fire at it. That's front side though. I could do 3, rear side, and then move where though? I'm not overly confident of destroying it in 1 hit. I could turn 1, 2, 3, 4. That's no good. I could just take a front shot and then reverse back and come down here. But I'm relying on damaging it at that point. This is tricky from the front, but it's doable. What other options have I got? I can't really get away from it too easily. I could turn 1, 2, 3. I could get to these trees and pop some smoke. Is that the best thing to do? 1, 2. He could get 2 shots on me. I could hide around here. Hope that he doesn't come right round. Hope he doesn't reverse. If he reverses, I'm in trouble. Oh dear. I think I'm going to play it safe because I didn't do that earlier in the campaign. I nearly paid the price. I'm going to turn with 5. I'm going to move and turn with the 4. And then I'm going to move into here and turn with the 1. And then I'm going to pop some smoke out with a 3. And I'm going to load with the 1. And that's probably it. Bit nervous, but let's go. Panther. Okay, yeah, it's going to come round, isn't it? It's going to come round. It's going to lose a hold down because it's moving off. So move that away. It's going to... Can't fire from there, so it'll move, but it won't turn actually. Oh, that's probably okay, because it's facing an accessible hex. Then it'll move again, and this time it will turn. Remember, towards me, it'll turn till it's accessible. Can't fire, so it'll move. Won't turn. Can't fire, so it'll move. Won't turn. It stepped right out in front of me. That worked like a dream. Worked like a dream. Good job. If it rolled a 4, it would have turned earlier, and that would have been more problematic. But it didn't. So it has indeed stepped right in front of me. Let's see what this thing over here does. Okay, he's going to do 2, and that's all. And the end of turn event, which hopefully isn't going to be a disaster, is a 12. Okay, it's a bit of a disaster. That's a German reinforcement, and that's at 6. So over here we've got something else coming on. Not the best. Back to me. I'm just going to have to take some really close hits into that, or shots into that Panther, because I don't want to move, I just want to get rid of it. I can't, I can probably get a couple of shots off here. So I'm going to fire with the 6 first of all. Lose my smoke, of course. Fire with the 6. So that gives me 6 dice, 1 for the commander being up, 1 for close range. Front side of a Panther is -3. That's the only defense he's got. So that's going to be 5 dice, 5 attack dice. That's a double strength hit. It could be. Oh, it's a 4. So he's damaged with that. He's damaged. And then I'm going to load with a 1, which I can do because my commander is line. So leading back up, and then I'm going to fire with a 6. That'll empty the barrel again. So let's do that again. What was it again? 4 plus 2 minus 3. Wasn't it 5 dice? 5 attack dice, and that is another double strength hit. Again, my luck has continued, and this is almost certainly going to destroy it unless I get a double 1. And that does do. Allows me to level up, hopefully. The 6 is well, just the 3, so the gunner goes to fully experienced, which is good because that gives me an extra attack dice, extra attack die, I should say, every time I fire. So +1 if gunner is experienced, which he now is. I've still got this lot, so I'm going to load back up with a 1, I think, and then with the double 4, the 2 4s, I'm going to. I'm going to reverse and turn, and the other 4 and go hold down, which I shall do. I can do that because my driver is at least line experienced. In fact, he's experienced, so I can do that. That's me. This. Okay, so he's going to go, he can't do 3s or do the 4, he won't do the 5s. Can't do the 5, I should say. He'll do 2, and then he goes 3, 3. So he's come bombing down the road, then cuts off over here. So they're right next to each other, which is always just slightly more awkward, I think. End of turn event, which is at the moment looking like the thing that's going to destroy me, if anything. German artillery. Focuses on top of me. I'll put that on the hex when I move off in a minute. Back to me. So looking to get some line of sight on one of these two, really, so that we can see. I could come to these trees, I suppose. Depends if I get enough. Oh, we've got quite a selection of dice there. Well, we've got quite enough. Let's see. Let's turn with a 5. That loses the hold down. So we're going to turn with a 5, and we're going to move with a 5. Put the German artillery where it landed, where it's targeted. Then we're going to move with a 6. We're going to move with another 6. Okay, so I could spot with the 6, but and then I'm stuck there. And even if I reveal it and get a shot in, which I could do, there's another one right behind which will then have a chance of spotting me. So I thought it would only spot with one die, but this is likely to be left. I think all round that's just a bit careless. So I'm going to move again with a 6 and turn and face that way. And with a 3, I shall put some smoke out again and leave it at that. German artillery doesn't drift. Couldn't reach me anyway, but I like to do it. Okay, can't do 1, can't do 2, we'll do 3 and 5, so he comes down to there. It's a little bit more visible for me. He won't do 1. Can't do 3, he'll do 5, and he won't do 6. End of turn event is a 7. German artillery once again. My smoke disappears. Off I go again. It's a bit cat and mouse, this, isn't it? Okay, that's not the best roll for me at the moment. Oh, actually, it's okay if I'm feeling brave, but I can't then move off. Can I spot with anything else? I can actually. I can spot with a 3 because my gunner's experienced. So my gunner can now spot. So yeah, I think I'll do this. I think I'll move with the 1. Hang on, think about this. I can move to there, can't I? That's probably okay. I'll risk it. I'm going to spot with a 3, so I get 2 dice for that. But my commander is up. It's close range, but he's in trees, so I get 3 dice. Successful. And that turns out to be a 10, which is nothing. It's only 10 and above that does that, so that's good news. And then I'm going to move again with the 1 and turn that way. And pop some smoke with a 3. And the 2, I could ambush. I might as well go ambush. Okay, German artillery then. Let's hope it doesn't. We just don't want to see a double 2 here. And there's no drift, so that's fine. And over to him. He's not going to do 1s. He will do the 5, but he won't do the 6. So he's just hiding out behind those trees. It's a bit of a nuisance. End of turn event is a 6. German counter surge, so he gets to go again. That's slightly concerning. He'll go up. He won't go up, but he will do the 2, and then the 5, and then the 5 takes him there, which he can have a chance to spot. So he gets a basic 3, remember. It's normal range, but it's through trees and it's into smoke. So just the 1 die to spot, and that's a 4, which is a fail. So he doesn't see me. That was the end of turn event. So then we lose the smoke and the ambush. It's back to me. Getting a bit lucky there. A bit lucky again. If he'd spotted me, it would have been a tiger or a panther. 50-50. So my turn. I've got a chance to spot him back, of course, now, which will be really useful. Although that's not the best roll for doing so. Actually, I've got a few options there. Actually, it's not bad at all, because I can spot with a 5 as well. I keep forgetting that, because my assistant driver is experienced. I've been able to spot for a while, for a long time. Spot with a 5 for a long time, because he's been experienced for a long time. So I could use one or the other of them. So what do I want to use? If I spot him, I want to be able to fire, load and fire. That'd be quite useful, wouldn't it? So let's spot with the 5. It's going to be a basic 2. +1 because the commander's up, but losing 1 because it's going through trees. I do spot him, and it turns out to be an 8, which is a Panzer 4. So that's pretty good. That's going to be a random facing of 2, so that's going to be up there, but it must be an accessible hex, which it is, so we'll face that. So all round, that was a good result. I'm going to fire at him with a 2. That gives me 6 dice. +1 for the commander, -1 through trees, and -2 for his front side armour. So 4 dice. And that, again, has been pretty lucky. Get 2 hits, double strength hit, and that is a 7. So he is damaged with that, which is good. I'm then going to load up and fire again. So that's another 6, +1 for the commander, -1 for trees, and -2 for his armour. That's another 4 dice attack. This time it's a single strength hit, and oh, no damage. No damage. So that's just a deflection. Does no real harm. We've got 5s here. What can we do with those? We can do any of the actions because my assistant driver is experienced. So we could... it's mainly moving, isn't it? Hold down and do that. We don't want to stay in his way, do we? So I think what we'll do is move and turn and move there and hope that he moves up here somewhere and we can have another go at him. In fact, I'll face that way in case he moves up there. I can come around the rear. Bit of luck. Okay, he's damaged. He gets 2 dice. That's a 5 and 6. So re-roll the 6. He's looking for a 1, of course, to repair. He doesn't get it. So he gets a 3. He can't fire, so he'll move. He won't turn because that's a clear hex. And again, the 5 is fire. He can't do that, so he'll move. And again, he won't turn. So he did what we thought he'd do. There's no potential enemies left, so that's done. End of turn event is a 9, which is mines. I'm not on the road, thankfully, so that's all right. Back to me, my 6 dice. I need 3 moves to get in a great position, and I need to load and fire as well. Am I going to have to do all that, is the question. I think the answer may well be yes. So I'm going to use the 5 to move and turn, and the 1 to move and turn, and another 1 to move to there. Then I'm going to load with the 1 and fire with the 3. That is 6 dice, +1 for the commander and 1 for close range. I think it's a 0 armour on the back of a Panzer IV, so 8 dice rather. That is, in fact, I've been forgetting an extra die for my gunner being experienced, and that gives me, I mean, how lucky have I been in this campaign? I've rolled 9 dice and I've got 6 strength hit, and if I roll those and add them up, that comes to what, 19? So he is now destroyed. Unbelievable, really. That gives me a level up just for completeness. That's a 2 and a 3. I'm going to load my loader up to full experience, and then did I have a 6 left? I thought I did. I'm going to move up there. Oh, sorry, I don't need to move. That's it. I've won. I have cleared the map, and that brings that battle to an end. I'm probably out of ammo time, but that is as easy a playthrough as you will ever see in Hellcat Tankers. Usually far more challenging. I was extremely lucky. Every time I shot, I got a fantastic hit, more or less, and it largely resulted in destruction of a target. I hardly took any damage throughout the whole campaign. Had no crew killed in action, never had to bail out. Yeah, I wish it was like that every time. Cheers, guys. Hope you enjoyed that.